Golden days drifting far away, light is leaving town. Colors fade, but I'm thinking we stay just for a little while. Let's lose track of time, darling, stay for a little longer while I hold your time will wait. So just rest your head upon my shoulder, nothing I wear. It's colder but the day's not over yet. Summer nights, watch them go by as we fight off the cold. Holding you tight, you know just what I'm thinking. I don't want this moment to go. No, I don't want this moment to go. Let's lose track of time, darling, stay for a little longer while I hold your time will wait. So just rest your head upon my shoulder, nothing away. It's colder but the day's not over yet.